Hey there, folks. Rockhound Lion here again with another one-off, I suppose, in my normal sumo card chasing quest to indulge yet another of my myriad nerd-based hobbies um, of opening Star Trek Voyager Archives and Inscriptions trading card box. So this is going to be box number 2 of the 4 that I have. First set, I've got the hits we have from the first box. If you didn't catch the video, go back and watch it because it's incredibly neat set. Um, got a couple of autos for some actresses I was not familiar with. No disrespect to them. A Mr. Robert Beltran on card auto. It's part of our 3, so each box will have 3 autographs. This one is a not quite a case hit. So a case has 12 boxes in it. There are 4 inscription autos per case. So that would be 1 in every 3 boxes, roughly. We got ours in our first one for a character from Star Trek Prodigy, which is the animated series. Chakotay in Prodigy as well. And then our 4th hit is a section of script from Endgame Part 1. Incredibly cool. I'm gonna put my whole line. I got the whole line. Admiral Janeway to computer deploy armor. Neat. Incredibly neat. I'm just geeking out in a way that I cannot adequately convey. So we're opening box number 2 of these. So this is box number 405 out of 6,000. There are a total of 500 cases, limited to 500 cases of this set. 12 cases per box, 500 times 12,000. Didn't do a good job of showing off any other of the other parts of the box in the last video. I mean, there's not really a ton to show in the rest of the box, and on the bottom, nothing really of particular note there, but it does have the Rittenhouse Auto Archives Limited. They're the ones I think that are put the set together. Get into this one. Every box will have 3 autos plus a 4th quote unquote big hit. We saw that in the last box. That was a authentic script card. I've read relic cards are another one. Something called a comic, essentially some sort of comic card. I did not do as much research as I normally would have, but you want to see someone know and read, go back to check out the sumo video card videos. I did make a joke too during the last one about if you are a Star Trek fan, so more than welcome to subscribe. We always welcome anybody who wants to subscribe. I don't have a lot of Star Trek stuff. We'll be hoping for a Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Star Trek set later in this year that I'll hopefully have a bunch of stuff for. I'm trying to work with my local card shop to get some pre-orders in for that. But not a lot of Star Trek stuff. You're just looking at a fan who happened to come across something pretty cool. So, subscribe, stick around. Always welcome to have you, but, not going to be offended if you don't. So I also noticed this too as I was putting the cards away from the last box. I did, and I opened a ton of these, and it was the first one I had noticed that for each of the characters, it actually lists how many different quotes there are for this character. So for Captain Braxton, there are 3, and this is the 3rd of the 3 quotes for this character. So I mentioned the cards, incredible quality, very, very thick, very, very good. Like, less of pressure to the 3rd card in the pack, which is usually in the middle out of 5, is going to be the action card, we'll call it. I know D. Bradley. I would absolutely, having not known D. Bradley Baker was going to be in Star Trek Prodigy or anything else about Star Trek Prodigy, I would happily take a D. Bradley Baker auto. Big fan of. Janeway's got 18 quotes. Paris has 9. Okay, that's why we see so many of sort of the same visual photo and then different quotes. Autos came in rapid succession too. Last time they were, I think, 3 out of 4 packs. 3 out of Noom. Here's Noom, voiced by Jason Alexander, of course. He played Dr. Noom in Voyager, I think. I don't think he looked like that. Again, animated show. Yeah, I was sort of kind of raised on Next Generation. It was on while I was cognizant of its existence, but then Voyager and Deep Space Nine were the 2 where I really was tuning in every week to watch episodes. Throughout each of the sets, there's sort of a subplot set of lines. So there's a Year of Hell series of cards. So this is the 2nd card in that. run. There's also Janeway's Journey and Seven of Nine's Journey cards that sort of have the separate alt art. I mean, I definitely love seeing the art and looking at things, but of course we're not casting aspersions on the other cards that are in here too. You want to read and catch up on it. Wow, that is a quote on there. Read that, pause that, and read that on your own. The Year of Hell. Seems like the last card in the pack is always either a Captain J or 7/9 card. Run of Year of Hell. Pay attention last time to know, to notice, I should say, there's Resistance is Futile. That would be an excellent scripting card to get a Jerry Ryan's autograph. Didn't pay attention last time to notice if if it was like all the Year of Hell cards all run together, then all the Janeway's Journeys runs, then 7/9. I did remember hitting a couple of the 7/9's Journey. Yeah, so there's a 7/9 Journey card highlighting some points along her career character arc. It's a great quote. I've allotted one time for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence. I would love a fun will now commence autograph. That would be hilarious. Yeah, okay. That's 7/9. About this time, I auto started hitting box. Guaranteed 3. I think I mentioned that. Guaranteed 3 autos per box, which, considering. Okay, so no, it's not always 7/9. For what the descriptor has called a big hit, quote unquote, per box. So 3 of those are the autos, and the fourth is something different, sort of different subset of the script. Oh, okay, yeah, there were some shots from Picard, Star Trek Picard, in the last box too for part of 7/9's Journey, which makes sense because she's obviously into. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that they've able to tie in a lot of the. Again, I'm not familiar with Star Trek Prodigy, but be able to tie in other series. That's an odd one too. I mentioned that before. It seems like most of the packs have a Year of Hell, Janeway's Journey, or 7/9's Journey card in that middle slot. In this case, part of it is just I want to make sure I'm not missing. Oh yeah, that is a super rare card. It was actually incredibly cool, and like I just completely ignored. Last pack in this spot. Odd. So when I did this in the last box, this same pack, like the heat shrink on the wrapper was a little tight. Feels odd. Couldn't really explain. It's almost like it's vacuum sealed on the inside. Like it's really, really tight up against cards against it. Whatever it is in that specific last pack of that stack. Times pack. Oh, we got an autograph. Okay. Oh, and I'll be darned, it's another inscription auto. Bob Clenadin. Dean Surgeon in Star Trek Voyager. Episode Deadlock. Cool. Another one. No disrespect to Mr. Clendenin. Glendenin, probably. If I can do some. Very cool. I like the touch of the inscription. It's not just an on-card auto. They probably did actually sit down there and write, I'm sure, 20 or 30 of these the exact same line in it, but still a little bit more to it than just an on-card or an auto or a sticker that gets stuck to the card. These are definitely on-card. Cool. Neat. I read also that Kate Mulgrew and Jerry Ryan, Janeway, and 7 of 9 have a certain number guaranteed per case as well of autos. There's a balance there. That in theory they should be slightly more common than the average auto. Clendenin. There's Harry Kim. You not hear the pack opening. Clarify that I've got the microphone set to record only when I'm speaking, so you probably hear a little crinkly while I'm speaking, but if not, it's eh. Uh, that'd be cool if there were any of the, because a lot of the original series actors appeared in some sort of Voyager tangent or related parts and pieces. Dr. Chaotica would be pretty cool. Morados and fourth big hit. That feels really. I'm like, this pack feels heavy for some reason when I go on to hold on to it. And you can see a much thicker card there in the middle. So, like I said, I've collected other sports cards sporadically throughout the years, and whenever there's some sort of like jersey section or something that's included, the card's always really thick. So I'm guessing that's a relic card. It is Incineracincia, guessing. Replicated costume material from Star Trek Prodigy. So, of course, appreciative for the hit, and that is incredibly cool. Something about having relic from an animated series is a little bit odd. It would have been very nice to have, I don't know, part of the Doctor's uniform or something. But still, incredibly cool. A very nice addition to it. And, like I said, I think I said in the first video, to have sleeves, um, to have this much in the way of hits in something where the boxes are actually relatively inexpensive. I'm not saying $100 of boxes, but I've invested in sports and other things where the boxes are insane, and like, oh, you might get one auto per box or per case or something. But to know buying this such thing, um, that you are in fact getting 3 autos and a fourth hit per box for $140. Do these have the same value as Super Flag's 1 of 1 game worn jersey, rookie jersey auto? Probably not, but tremendous sentimental value for me. Gotta be Jason Alexander. All I can see, all I can see in that is Jason Alexander. You got a Prodigy card, a Moral Star Part 1. I do like the foiling work on these cards. Come through. I mean, there's obviously not a lot on here other than the text, but I do like that red text. This tactical move is always the one in which you will reap the highest gain. Well said. All right, we've only got 5 packs left. Theory, I have been told. Fast and the Curious, Star Trek Prodigy card. Okay. I read it as there are this many per box, not that they're averages. There should be autos in here. Okay. I'm putting it together clearly that they're at the actual cast of Voyager is voicing characters in Prodigy, so I wonder if their Voyager journey is an incredible part. Really. See, the rest of them are kind of like loose around the. That's coming through really well. There's a little bit of flexibility in that. This is like bone tight. I mean, I'm also playing the odds because there's only 3 packs left and should be 2 more autos. That there should be something. Okay. We have a Chakotay animated lake. Okay. That replaces it. And it's got, this definitely has a feel to it as well. A lot of, whereas the rest of the cards are very smooth. This has a bumpiness to the, at least for the section. Convey that at all? Yeah, not really. You can see it in the back though. Yeah. All right, well, let's see if this holds true, because I definitely read it as being 3 autos per box, but it's not 3 autos per box. That's a little bit. There we go. All right, so we have an auto, so it must be an auto in each of the last 2 packs. The Women of Star Trek, Kirsten. Constance Goodhart in Star Trek. I didn't even realize that without getting it into the lights. I don't even know what you would call that. It's not really a foil. It's sort of just an overlay on the card in the background. Actually, I have no idea what it says. I see Rittenhouse on there in archives. 78? 2076. And losing my absolute mind. I'm sorry, blocking the camera with my finger trying to read that. See that right here. 2076. Something, 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 2025. 2025 was a set release date. No idea. Cool. I have no idea who Miss Turner is. Bad fan. But again, on card auto. This one again, I don't like. Yeah, that's a little bit loose. Last one just felt weird. Ah, fantastic. We have a Jason Alexander autograph. That is awesome. How cool is that? And again, the Chakotay one that I got, Mr. Beltran before, was also the Prodigy card rather than a Chakotay sort of visual, but signed as Lieutenant Noom MD. That's incredibly cool. Very cool. Jason Alexander autograph. All right, cool. So here is box number 2, and our hits: Mr. Clendenin, Kirsten Turner, Jason Alexander, and Ensign Ascensius. Call it a game worn jersey. Replica costume. Relic card. Very cool. All right, that's box 2 of 4. And then I have the Star Trek Connections box as well. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.